Blog Talk Radio.
Souls, and welcome to the Compassionate Light Healing and Guidance Show. I'm your host, Catharine Han. And for those who are new to me, I am Catharine Han, and I'm an angelic energy healer, as well as a spiritual teacher and coach, and an angelic channel. So welcome, everyone. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. And it's going to be an interesting week this week. So for those of you who have been tuning in with us, we have been talking about living a purpose-filled life, especially as we are now in the year 2020 and lots of wonderful things, lots of great things happening this year. So before we move on to the topic, we'll start with the energy of this week. But before we do, if you are listening, if you would like some guidance or would like to talk about the energy of the week, be sure to give me a call at 714-816-4628. And don't forget to press 1 on that keypad so that you can be on air with me. All right. So I hope everyone had a nice, relaxing weekend. We are in Mercury retrograde, which is nothing to be alarmed about. But last week we did touch a little bit about that, how Mercury retrograde is about tuning in, about reflecting and going within so that we can learn those lessons that we're meant to learn. And also this time is to slow down just a bit. Doesn't mean that you're not meant to take action during this time, but the energy is going to move a little bit slower so that you can take that time to tune in and do that reflection and learn those things that we need to learn and really take that time for ourselves. So this week we have Archangel Raphael as well as Archangel Uriel stepping forward, but we also have Archangel Gabriel stepping forward for us this week. So, last week we touched upon self-compassion. That was the energy that came in. So this week is going to be more about self-care. And it doesn't surprise me because of Mercury retrograde, but also this self-care work that we're going to be doing this week is going to be a little bit different, and this is why Archangel Gabriel steps forward. So for those of you who may know, Archangel Gabriel is Archangel about communication. And so this week, our self-care is going to look a little bit different. It's going to be about communication. It's going to be about how it is that we communicate with others, as well as how it is that we're receptive of communication from others as well. So this week, when it comes to communication, it's going to be important for us to really go within our hearts, feel what it is that's there, and communicate with those that we really need to speak with about what it is that's going on, what it is that's within your heart, and to really present that out to them, but in a way that's very loving and very compassionate, and that's going to be important for us to do so that the other person who the message is for is very receptive to what it is that you're trying to communicate, what it is that you're trying to show them, and what it is that you need from them. So it can be those desires. Also, it can be things that happen within your heart that you've really needed to share with them, that has been bothering you, that has been just there, and that old energy has been there. So it's going to be important for you to approach this person and communicate with them what it is that's really within your heart, but also to really be in that loving and compassionate way of speaking. It's going to be also important for you to speak your truth, to speak from your experiences, from the lessons that you've learned, so that you can also be open and be open to sharing those things, because it's going to, for this other person, it's going to help them to see where you're coming from, to see those things that they can relate to you with. When we share from our experiences, when we share those things that we've learned with others and are open and vulnerable at times, we really help others to empathize and be able to sympathize as well to what it is that's going on with you, because that person that you're speaking with may be going through the same things that you are as well. So it's going to be important as you speak with them, as you talk with them, to really open up and be vulnerable. And being vulnerable and being open is hard. Yes, it can be very hard. For us to do, because of the mind chatter that comes in. Ego steps in saying, if I'm open, what's going to happen? Is this person going to be able to be receptive, or will they take this the wrong way? And so, but we have to remember, when we think that way, a lot of times that's our own judgment on ourselves. So, to do some reflection. Ask Archangel Gabriel to step forward and to help you to really speak from your heart and really be able to share what it is that you're meant to share with this person. And there's always a reason why we need to share certain things. So, whenever we speak to someone, a lot of different things may come into your mind, the lessons that you've learned, and those moments and times where you do need to share may come up as you're talking to this person. So then it's really important for us to listen to that and to share those things, so that other people can then be able to reflect back to you that love and that compassion that you also deserve for, as you are, teaching and as you are healing, as you, as you speak to this person. So that is the main energy that is coming in this week. We do have another energy that's coming in that is going to be more of a wanting to do a lot of different things at once. That energy is going to come in, and this energy also came in last week. So it's going to be important for us to slow down just a little bit, focus on those things that are most important for you, that has to do with your purpose and has to do with what it is that you need to do for that big picture that you are dreaming about, that those goals that you want to achieve. So that is going to be another energy that comes in. So it's going to be important for us to go with the flow of this week's energy. So if you are feeling as if you're tired or exhausted, I've had a few people mention that to me through different messages. And they said that they're just feeling drained and feeling tired. It's important for us to really listen to that and to do that self-care this week. Going within, calling on your angels and calling on the guides to help you to see what it is that you need to do, and listen to your body to, take that time to rest if you need to rest. Take some time to go outdoors to really feel energized and to receive that new energy. And also, as we communicate with others, about those things that are within us, we bring out that old energy that has been stuck there, and we are then receptive for new energy that's meant for us, what it is that we need to do next, what it is that we need to do when it comes to even communicating with others, when it comes to work, when it comes to career, all those different areas in our lives. So, I encourage all of us to take that time to really reflect, who is it that you need to speak with? Is it even to yourself, doing some journaling for yourself and meditating? What is it that you need to learn about yourself when it comes to communicating? And we're actually going to go into more of that as we talk about today's topic. And so, I encourage all of us to do that this week. All right. So, before we go on to the topic, let's go ahead and take a few calls. I've had a few people kind of wait a while. So let's see. We have area code 860. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Amala. I'm from Connecticut. How are you?
Thank you. So what, your name was Emma?
Amala, yep, from Connecticut.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great, thank you. So how can I help you today?
I was just wondering if you have a message for me regarding finding a relationship partner. I don't know if you see that coming for me soon. Or
yes. So I do have, I do see something coming, someone coming in. It's going to be later this year, but it's really also going to be important to, keep working on yourself. So I do see that you've been doing a lot of healing. Archangel Raphael stepping forward for you, as well as Archangel Shamuel. And so it's going to be important for you to keep working on yourself, to focus on yourself, what it is that you truly desire, and what it is that your purpose is. So as you focus on those things, even though you're not focusing on love, when you focus on those things that that motivate you, that are that really fuel you, those things that you truly want to do, everything else aligns as you do that. So keep working on yourself. I do see great things coming in for you, not just with love. So really be open to a lot of different possibilities that are coming in, and this year is going to be a wonderful year to start a lot of different things. So are you thinking about career as well?
Yeah,
job?
I just wrote a book in October. I launched it in October, and so I'm speaking about it, and things seem to be coming into place. I planted the seeds, and now it's time to just go out there, and I'm branding myself and all that other good stuff too. So
that's awesome. Well, congratulations on that. That was a big step for you, and so because you did that work, you really opened up yourself with that. There's going to be a lot of new and great things coming in for you. And, to keep working on that, because I do see other works that you'll be working on. Are you in the process right now?
Yeah, I had 5 other chapters for the first book, but because I'm a first-time author, I couldn't put it all in there. Of course not. So, I'm starting my second book on top of it, because now it's addictive. I know what I can improve on. There's always room for improvement too, but it's definitely it's a vulnerability. I was so open in the book, and it's interesting what just a little side note, the feedback that I'm getting is just like it's their highs and their lows. It's like their egos get in the way, and I'm also legally blind, and I actually typed every word, and they're telling some of the feedback, oh, you spelled something wrong, and And I have to just be like, okay, well, that happened, yes, but the whole purpose is my message, right? It's not about those
Yeah.
pieces, of putting, the book is definitely put well together. The stories that I've written are very tightly put, and I healed, like you picked up on that. The end of the period at the end of the sentence was for me to write the book because of the pain. From pain, I came into my purpose. So it was just really interesting to keep on going with that. Yeah.
That is so awesome. Yes, that book. When you started that, and you healed yourself as well.
That's right.
Doing that, and yes, there's always going to be those people who are going to be like, they're going to have those comments, but it's so awesome to see that you're able to see that perspective that
right.
you did this great thing.
I think that's the biggest learning is for you to be like, what's this all about? If it's coming from the heart and it's authentic, it's never going to be perfect. A circle will never be perfectly round, right? And that's my message of being your authentic self, vision or no vision. We all have challenges. You're perfect as you are. And if I could embrace that, being legally blind, anybody can do that. So, and that's my message.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's so awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that. And yes, I see so many great things for you. And so keep doing that work, because you're as you keep tuning in with yourself and tuning in with the angels and guides, you're going to get more and more things that you need to write about. And I do see a lot of other books coming in the future for you. So keep going. That's awesome to hear.
Thank you so very much. It's a pleasure talking to you. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Have a wonderful week.
You too. Thanks.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right. So and I'm just so happy to hear Emma, really follow me, what it is that she needs to write about, what it is that she needs to do, and that is part of this purpose. And this week we're talking about communication and really speaking from our hearts. And so this week, when it comes to our purpose-filled life, it's really important for us to really share those things that we have learned about ourselves, and also share those things that are coming in through those lessons, through our experiences that we go through. And, we all go through these things for a reason. We all go through certain experiences, certain challenges and struggles for a reason, and they're all lessons for us. But also it's important for us to share that with others, because not only are we, helping ourselves, but we're helping so many other people that you may not know that you're helping, but you're helping others to really see what it is that they need to see within themselves. And so, but, this week, when it comes to our purpose-filled life, I want us to really focus on us, because, when we share those things that are coming in, that we really need to share that's within our hearts with other people, it starts to really open us up, and really it helps us to step forward into our purpose. It helps us to give us that courage to really do those things that we're meant to do. This year is all about our purpose and all about stepping out of our comfort zones. But a lot of times we keep all these lessons that we've learned about ourselves within ourselves because we think it's safe, we think that it's only for us, but we have to learn that in this universe, in this world, we're all connected and we're all here to help each other. And so we do that by sharing our gifts. We do that by sharing those things that we've learned about ourselves so that we can help others to be able to see about themselves, or what it is they need to see that they have within themselves as well. That authentic self that Amala was sharing. To really be able to help them to see that it's okay to be open, it's okay to be vulnerable, to share those lessons that we've learned, to share those experiences that we've learned, because it's there to help ourselves to, when we share, when we open up to others, and we kind of start talking, a lot of times you may get those aha moments. You may get those, that's another lesson. Another lesson that I need to learn. We get those things come in as we start sharing, and so it's because we're getting all that old stuff that's within us out, and being receptive to all the new energy, the new all the intuition and what it is that spirit needs to tell us, what the divine has to show us. That all comes in when we take out all the old energy that's within. So, it's really important for us to do that work, to share from our hearts, to share what it is that's within us, not to bottle it up inside, but to let that go. And that doesn't mean that you just share it, without really thinking about how it's going to come out, but we share it in a loving way. We share it in a way that it's going to be so that others can be very receptive to what it is that we need to share. So, sharing from our own experiences, sharing what it is that we've learned, and sharing it in a way that is very loving and compassionate. So, thinking about how it is that we want to receive that message, and then sharing it the same way with others. So, when we do that, we start to understand that, others have gone through similar experiences. Others can empathize with you because, they had it within them that, all these things that they've went through, it was all within them. They weren't sharing it. They were afraid to share it. But because you're open and you're being vulnerable to them and sharing those things that are within you, they're then able to say, wow, I didn't think others were going through the same thing that I was going through. And so it gives them an opening to also share what it is that they also have been through and what it is that is within them as well. So, and that, as you, do that communicating back and forth, it really opens the other person up as well as yourself, and you bring in this new energy that is going to also attract others to you that are meant for you, that are meant for you to work with, that are meant for you to connect with on many different levels, even when it comes to love, and when it comes to relationships and friendships, that all comes into effect. So it really is very important for us to open up and share our experiences, share those things that are really within us, but in a way that's very loving, in a way that is going to be able to help open other people up to share their own experiences. So, if you really think about it, if you have shared with others what it is that you've been going through, your hurts, your challenges, when if you remember the past and what it is that you've shared in the past with others, that you may be able to remember that the other person was able to then open up and share with you what it is that they have been going through and what it is that they have been struggling with. And as you do that communicating, it's very surprising because sometimes you may think, okay, I learned all these lessons. I don't have any other lessons to learn. But when you start sharing with others and they start sharing with you and opening up to you, you start to learn even more things and you start to see different perspectives that you may not have been able to see before. And I talk about this with this Living a Purpose-Filled Life series because we start to see what it is our purpose is, what it is that we're meant to do, how it is that we're meant to share ourselves and share our truth and share our gifts as well. We start to see our gifts. We start to see our abilities when we open up to others and when we share with others those things that we've gone through. And then we're able to get this renewed sense of being. Like it's like you open up and unlock a new section of yourself, saying, "Wow, I didn't realize that I had this gift, that I had this this part of me that I can really use to further my purpose and to really be." Just this person that is meant to do so many great other things. And we start to see that when we start to open up to others and as we start sharing and as we start really being there for others and doing those things that we're really meant to do. So, I encourage all of us this week to really tune in. What is it that you are meant to share? What is it that you are meant to really see in others and share with others that they need to see? You may not realize that they need to see it, that it needs to be shared from you, but we have to remember that we're all healers and we're all teachers in this world. And we're all made to make an impact in others' lives. So I encourage all of us to do that this week. So before we move on, let's go ahead and share what it is that's coming up on Psychic Talk. So if you can go to psychictalk.net/upcoming, and you'll see all the shows that we have coming up on the network. So let's see, our next show is on Friday. The doctors are in. Hosts Dr. Rose as well as Dr. Dax will be back, and they will be talking about the Great Night of Shiva. And they will also have open minds as well as do some mini readings. So be sure to tune in with them. Also on Saturday, Tarot Today Radio will be back with hosts Mary Brown and Dax Carlisle, and they will have open lines as well as talking about how to shuffle a tarot deck. So be sure to tune in with them. And then on Sunday, Magic Universe is back with host Sharona Rapsey. So be sure to tune in with her, and she will be talking about Angels of Love. So be sure to tune in, and she'll also be doing some mini readings with tarot cards. So be sure to tune in with her as well. And then next week, we're going to continue on the series of Living a Purpose-Filled Life. We're wrapping up the series, so be sure to join me as we wrap up that series and and talk about the energy of the following month, as I'm called, and it will be we'll be talking about all the different things that are coming up in March, and it's going to be, and what I sense is it's going to be a great month as we go in, head into March, and things will be picking up a lot faster for us when it comes to our purpose and what it is that we're meant to do this year. All right, so now I think what we're going to do is, I'm being called to, tune in with the archangels to do a meditation. And, I love doing these meditations because, it gives us this opportunity to really tune in, but also really be able to listen and feel with the angels, archangels, feel their energy and their presence, and to really understand the messages that are meant for us and that are coming in for us. So, if you are able, I want to encourage all of you to close your eyes. And if you are not live on air with me listening in, that's okay. You can listen to this meditation over and over again as you need. So if you close your eyes and sit comfortably, and then take a few deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Then if you put your hands on your heart, and once in your heart space to create that calming atmosphere that really helps you to feel centered and to help you focus and to feel calm. To create that space whether it's a body of water, or any other elements in nature that is really one that resonates with you, that makes you feel as if you're home, that you are at peace. And as we do that, to keep breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. And as we create this atmosphere, seeing source energy is going to come in. It's going to come in this rainbow energy that flows in from above, that's going to surround you. And as you create this atmosphere, to place a door in your space, and we're going to ask our angels and guides, as well as our archangels to step in and join us. And as they take their place, they're going to surround us with their energy, support us with their energy, to help raise your vibration. And we have Archangels Gabriel, we have Archangel Raphael, we have Archangel Sandalphon, and Archangel Uriel stepping forward for us. What they're going to do is they're going to surround your immediate area. And they're going to send you their energy. And this energy is going to fill your body. And as they send you this energy, you may feel as if you're floating. You may feel as if you are a very light. And this is their energy supporting you. Take a few deep breaths as they fill you with this energy. And feel how light you feel and how supported you feel. Now, Archangel Gabriel is going to be working on your throat chakra. So with your throat chakra, there's going to be this energy that goes in with Archangel Gabriel. And he's going to fill your throat chakra with this energy so that the light that's within your throat chakra is going to expand. And as it expands, it's going to help open up your throat chakra. And this blue energy that comes from your throat chakra is going to expand into the space that you're in. So take a few deep breaths. Really listen for that message that he brings as he expands this light that's within you. Helping you to speak your truth, helping you to find that courage to share your experiences. Take a few deep breaths. As Archangel Gabriel works on your throat chakra, all the other angels around you are going to send you this energy of support. And it's going to swirl all around you. Helping you to understand that they're always there with you. They're always supporting you. And that there's always a reason why you see certain things, why you experience certain things. Breathe in that energy. And then breathe out through your mouth the old energy that you no longer need. And now divine source energy is going to help you to ground your energy. So this rainbow energy that was surrounding you is now going to go through your crown chakra. It's going to go through each of your chakras, right through the center. So from your head to your third eye, to your throat. And as it moves through your chakras to help close your chakras and realign them back into your body. And it's going through your heart chakra, and your solar plexus, your sacral, and your root chakra. And as source energy hits your root chakra, the other angels as well as the archangels are going to send their energy to your root chakra. And there's going to be this bright white light of energy that goes from your roots all the way down to the center of the earth to help ground your energy. And from the center of the earth, there's going to be this bright white light that comes up, this orb of energy that comes back up through your feet. And as it goes through your feet, it's going to start filling your body, going up, filling your body with this light. And as it comes out through your crown chakra, it's going to come out as if it's a fountain of water that's going to come out all around you. And then it's going to spill out over and then onto the ground. And once it hits the ground, it's going to spread outward. And it's this energy that you'll be sending out into the world. I want you to take a few deep breaths. And when you are ready, you can open up your eyes and welcome back. So I hope this meditation has really helped you to really be able to share those things that you're meant to share that's within your heart. You know within your heart who it is that you need to approach when it comes to sharing what it is that's within you. But before you actually approach them, to reflect first. Tune in with the angels. Tune in with the Archangel Gabriel, so that he can show you how it is that you're meant to approach them and what it is that you need to share with them when it comes to opening up yourself and opening up to your experiences and those things that you've learned. so that this other person can be very receptive to what it is that you need to teach them, what it is that they need to be able to see within themselves, and so that they can as well open up. And also for yourself to be receptive to what it is that the messages that you're meant to receive. Because, this energy that we're in this week, and not only is it that you'll be sharing with others, but others will be sharing with you. So, if there are other people that you approach where you know that they need to kind of, share those things with you, to kind of ask them a few questions. What is it that they need to share? What is it that's within them, which will help them to open up to really sharing with you what it is that they need to share with you as well. So, if we have a few minutes still. So if you are just tuning in, first, welcome. I hope you had a great weekend. You can give me a call at 714-816-4628. Don't forget to press 1 on the keypad if you'd like some guidance, if you'd like to share about the topic or the energy that you've been feeling. And, as we are in this retrograde energy, which is actually a beautiful energy to be in, nothing to be afraid of when it comes to this energy, to really take that time to reflect and take that time to really tune in with yourselves and really see what it is that you do need to share with others. So I'm going to take a caller here. Let's see. We have caller area code 408. Hello, caller. What is your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name's Craig. I'm calling from California.
Hi, Craig. How are you today?
I'm wonderful, and it sounds like you're doing wonderful too.
Yes, thank you so much. So, how can I help you today?
Well, I don't really need any help. I'm on the other side of this thing. I like to give it away, and to tell people about how wonderful it is to experience something that's underneath their feelings. And I just want to say that I understand how important feelings are, especially when you're getting down to the heart of the matter, so that you can do what you do, because that's what matters most to you. So I was just listening, and I just wanted to say thank you for sharing what you're saying.
You're so welcome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it does make a difference, and if you can make a deposit of love into somebody else's life, however much that is, just a little bit goes a long way. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Yes, you are correct. Just that little bit of love and compassion for others really does help in so many ways. And we are all here to be healers and teachers for others. And so, it's so wonderful to hear. And I just feel great things for you. I actually have Archangel Samuel stepping forward for you if you are open to receiving the message.
I don't know. I know what I'm talking about when I speak, but I don't know what somebody else is going to say until they open their mouth. And as soon as they put the words in the atmosphere, I'm going to have a filter that's going to filter what they're saying to let me know if it's something that that's going to benefit me and then other people. I can receive that. And if it's not, I just let it go, and I don't have any problems either way.
That's wonderful. Yes, we're all meant to, when it comes to, communicating with others, we're all meant to give and receive, even when it comes to sharing those things that we're meant to share. So, I do have Archangel Samuel stepping forward for you, and he wants just to share with you that you are doing a wonderful job when it comes to all different areas of your life, and they see the divine sees the the work that you're doing when it comes to with others as well as with yourself. So, keep, giving yourself that compassion as well. As you, share with others, as you are there for others, because, it starts from us. So, if we have to fill that energetic cup within ourselves so that we could keep giving and keep doing those things that we're meant to do.
I agree. It's it's always better to be the giver than it is to be receiving. And the reason why that is because if you understand your position in this world that we live in today, and to understand who you are and your position and what you can do, that's incredible. That's just an incredible amount of energy that would be going from you out of yourself and affecting other people in such a way that it brings them into a right relationship. It's difficult to have a relationship with people that are very controlling or manipulating. And when they do these things, if you ever had any feelings about that, you would have your feelings exploited, and you would find yourself wanting to have a relationship with somebody outside of yourself, but you find that it's impossible. But when you get stronger, because you develop some things in the spiritual sense, you have abilities. You start realizing that you have the ability to sympathize with this particular person because you've been in their shoes before. So your credentials to do what you do are going to be incredible. And I think it's just a matter of a belief system that needs to be changed, because sometimes we believe things that are not right, they're not true. So we have to learn the difference between what's right and wrong, obviously.
Yeah, and a lot of times it's because of people's fears, their own fears that come out.
Sure.
So that plays into a big part. But yeah, when we give, we always do receive back. So it's that giving and receiving that has to be a balance. And so the more we give, the more we do receive. And to remember that everything happens for a reason. And so when we share those things that we're meant to share, we do receive back in kindness, in compassion, as we give in that love and compassion as well.
And that's true. And on the same note is that if you had an experience where the love inside of your heart was assaulted, because I've had many assaults placed upon the existence of love inside of my heart, and with each assault that's placed upon it has let me know one thing first and foremost, that my love is genuine and true love, and that puts a smile on my face so I can continue doing what I'm doing, because that's what matters most to me. And it's not about me, it's about me getting outside of myself so that I can experience something that is wonderful and amazing, and I guess that's what you're doing.
Yes, and all the people, all the hosts on this network, and all those people up there, sharing these things, sharing and teaching out of love and compassion. Yes, and all the light workers out there. That's what we're here to do, and what we're meant to do. So when we do it out of that love and that compassion, we're really doing those things that we're meant to do.
Amen. So, as far as I'm concerned, what I do, it does make a difference. And sometimes I don't feel like people are receiving what I'm saying. I don't feel like that, because when they open their mouth, they tell on themselves, and then they get mad at me because I listen. And since I'm a troubleshooter, that means that I've eaten problems for breakfast, for lunch, and for dinner. And it makes me in a position to where I can at least speak into the situation, wherever that is, because you could have knowledge like we all do. You can know a lot of stuff, but it's what you learn after you know it all that really counts. And that's the wisdom that takes over. You can know all this, but wisdom tells you how to apply it to that particular situation that somebody may be going through. So that's your abilities. And I think a lot of us all have these abilities, but we just don't realize our abilities until somebody helps us to see something. And when you're shedding light into someone's life and they can see what you're saying, then they're going to be reflecting what you're projecting because they have the understanding they didn't have before.
Yes, exactly. So, yeah, if they get mad at you, it's because of the things that they have to see within themselves that needs to be healed and that needs to be changed when it comes to their own perspective. So, yeah, it's so awesome that, you're able to see all of that and, for sharing that with us.
Yes. I go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead.
No, because I could talk way too much, and I don't want to talk too much. I just want to listen more. I'm practicing listening more. I mean, not that I don't listen, but I'm just trying to listen to something that's a little bit more deeper. And if there's anything that can take me deeper, then that's the way I live my life, upside down. So for me to go up, it means I need to go down because down is up in my world. That's awesome. I just love how, you have all this knowledge and it's all within you that you have been learning and so I want to encourage you to keep sharing and it may seem to you that you may be talking a lot, but it's actually a lot of things that people need to learn and a lot of things that people need to see within themselves. So, not to also, don't be afraid to share from your experiences. This week it's all about communicating. So, as you share this knowledge and as you share this truth, to bring in your experiences and bring in what it is that you've those times in your life when you've had to learn certain things. Because as you do that, yes, you're going to have other people empathize and be like, oh, I've been through a similar thing, just like you have been learning when other people open up to you as well. Yes, and my credentials is my abilities to sympathize with people because of where I've been in the past. A lot of people can't look back in the past because it's dark. I mean, they say, well, I can see stuff. You can't tell me I can't see. I go, yeah, you can see stuff in the natural looking at your two eyeballs. Yeah. But spiritually speaking, you're blind. And nobody likes to be told that. And I can understand that. But until you've been illuminated like I've been, and my illumination happened in 1999. So, and that's been my spiritual walk since then. And I've had to learn things because I didn't just click with people. I was a person that, I had a brain injury and I was in a coma. And then when I recovered from my coma, I wasn't the same person anymore. So I didn't know what that was going to be like because nobody did. Nobody could know what it was going to be like. So my life played out the way it played out. And I have 17 years of being incarcerated in prisons and stuff and all that. And that was a lifestyle on its own. And I look at that lifestyle as an outlaw type of a lifestyle. It wasn't like a Betty Crocker's lifestyle, although I had Betty Crocker's influence in my life early in those years where it was important to instill what you want your children to know when they're very little. Because at some point in time, we all get to be about 7, 8 years old. We get a little mind of our own. We get a little hard heart towards mom and dad, and mom and dad have that window of opportunity to teach their children the difference between what's right and wrong, so that child can have something to stand on when it becomes an adult and responsible for its own actions. So I see a lot of people making mistakes in these areas, and I just, like you, I just want to reach out and show them something and hopefully they can take those notes and write down stuff and apply it to their own heart and their lives and see what happens. And I hope that happens more than I've been seeing, because there's a lot of stuff I don't see because I maybe have been doing this kind of work for so long and not even seeing the results of it because these people go on about their lives. But I have to remember that this is love that's making the deposit, so those people are going to definitely be affected. And if they ever saw me again, they would say, "Hey, there's that guy," and they would start acknowledging something that was working in me way back then, and I'm just getting confirmation of how wonderful that really is. And I was saying back here that this is beautiful and amazing happening at the same time, all day.
I love this. That you're able to do all this with everything that you've been through. I can't even imagine what you have been through, and you just have a great story to share with others, and so that it gives a lot of people hope. It gives a lot of people. It awakens a lot of people. And so, keep doing that work, keep going with that. And just know that, it's amazing, what you've been through. And I'm grateful that you are sharing that with me as well.
Well, I appreciate your honesty. And you know that in a relationship, we need honesty. If somebody walks up to me and they want to get to know who I am as a person, then they're going to have to come with some truth first, and they're going to have to be honest about it, and they're going to have to pay attention to feelings, their own feelings. If you don't pay attention to your feelings, you're not going to be able to get underneath your feelings. And a lot of people can't get underneath their feelings because what they love and what they don't love gets all tangled up in a knot, and they're not getting down underneath their feelings to the heart of the matter. So I like to help people to get down to the heart of the matter so they can do what they do, because I think that that's important for the people in this world today. And if you're going to make a difference, then you're going to have to speak the truth in love so that love can do what love does. And love is an action. Mm-hmm. And love means so many things. So many things. It's not a seal of approval. It's not diamond rings. It means a very great deal, trust and honesty in how you feel. Yeah, the vows are sacred to be cherished and true, more than just the words, I love you. Mm-hmm. So love is to be felt and seen, and that's what it's all about, speaking a language that's not outside of yourself, but the language of eternal love language. When you're speaking internal, that means you're becoming like a mirror. And when you open yourself up to people, they can take a look, and you can take their hand and lead them into these hidden places in your heart where they're going to find that your heart mirrors exactly what their heart feels. So there's a heart-to-heart relationship. So somebody's reflecting what Wave Busy's projecting, and that lets me know that somebody feels me on a deeper level. So we can go deep, 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 deep if need be, because that's where people are.
Yes, and, we always meet the right people at the right time, always, divine timing. And so, we are definitely meant to share those things that, that we recognize and that comes up as we, interact with this other person. So that's, totally, that's so true. Very true.
And
well,
so,
I want to thank you. I want to thank you so much. My time is up here.
I'm so sorry. I took up your time.
Oh no, that's okay. I'm. This is why I'm here. You know, I want
Okay.
people to share. I want you to call in and share with us what is that you've been learning and going through. And, you know, that's what this week is about too, you know, about communication. And so, you know, I would love to speak with you. If you'd like to talk more, you can always reach out to me. If you go to psychictalk.net/host, you can find me in there and find a way to connect with me.
Hold on a second. You took my lines from me. That's what I was supposed to say to you. If you want to get a hold of me, you got my number, and you can give me a call anytime. I've told you can. So you got my number. You call me, and I love to talk. I'm like a lady's best friend. They're like, you're like my girlfriend. You're like, I could talk to you about anything. I'm like, well, gee, I could talk to you about anything. Man, imagine that.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you so much. But yeah, you know, go into psychtalk.net/host, and you'll find my information there. You can find I'm all over Facebook somewhere. You can find me. Same with the Psychic Talk radio group as well, Facebook group. And you can reach out to me. So yeah, I look forward to speaking with you again soon, and I hope you have a wonderful week.
You too, and thank you so much, and you keep doing the good work that you're doing. You know, it's like I never knew it. I never understood anything when I lived in the world under the sun in my flesh body without the spirit. I didn't know anything. But now that I have the spiritual enlightenment, which means that I've been illuminated with the spirit, now that I can see myself, because that's what the spirit does, shows you yourself in love. And love covers everything. So as you look back at your life, you look at all this stuff and you go, what about this? What about this? And love says, I already fixed it, sweetie. So you don't have to worry. But if you're worried, guess what worry does? It generates more worry. I don't want you to worry. I just want to give you some love so you can do the right thing. You can love all the time.
Yes. Well, thank you so much. It was amazing. So thank you, everyone, for joining me today. We are at this end of our show, but I'm sending you all lots of love and light. As always, I hope everyone has a wonderful week. So until next week we will be wrapping up the Purpose-Filled Life series, and then we'll see what comes up for next month. So thank you, everyone, and have a wonderful week.